Hello everybody, it is me, Anod Fox, and I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make an animation in under 30 seconds. Yes, 30 seconds. It is that quick to learn how to animate like a pro. You can believe me, as the animator of the hit classic on youtube.com/NodFox. I am the creator of Shredder Orders a Pizza, as well as When You Ask the Homie for the Wi-Fi password. Let's get started. First thing we're going to do is, before we get started, you're going to need these various items in order to do your learning experience. So first off, we're going to obtain a computer. You're going to need a computer in order to render and run these programs for your animation. There are various methods of obtaining a computer. The first one you could do is get a job. In order to get a job, you have to go to various places and say, "Can I have a job?" 9 times out of 10 it won't work, but as my father, who is a gambler, once said, you don't win if you don't bet, so bet all. Once you find a legal and safe method to obtain money, you have 2 options in which you could go to obtain a computer. You could either A, build a computer using parts from scrap or from parts that you buy online, or even both. And the next part, the other way to obtain a computer, is having someone else build a computer for you. If you're a chump, a bum, and dumb, then you would do this option. But if you were cool, you would build your own computer. There are various programs you could use to do your animation processes. There are 3ds Max, Source Filmmaker, and Blender. For today's video, I'm going to show you how to animate in Blender. All these steps should show you how to animate in general, but if you need help with any of the other programs, look it up. I'll be using is Blender. There are 2 methods in order to obtain Blender. You could either use the online blender.com source, or as I use, Blender on Steam. It is free either way, so let's get started. So Blender will open up with this scene, where you will have a cube, a camera, and a light. So in order to look through the camera, you press numpad 0. And there it is. There is your cube. And we're just going to close all this clutter in order to get started. So in order to get started, we're going to open a new window. And we're going to select this and go to timeline. And then we'll have this menu. We're going to click this. This is the record button. And then we're going to get the cube and we're going to move it to a position. So this will be our start frame, and then we're going to select a end frame, and then we're going to move the cube to another position. And as you can see, if you select this and press play, it'll move. Let's look at it from the camera's perspective, shall we? Wow, that's incredible. So let's get this thing fresh into the oven, as the kids say. We're gonna change this to be the end frame, which is 20, and then this is how many frames your animation will have. You can add more, but that is ludicrous, as the kids say. We're gonna click this, and then we're going to click EV on render engine. We are going to put it into cycles because that is beautiful, and it will make your animation quality go up by tenfold. And then once you have that all set up, you're going to go over to output, and then as you can see right here, it says temp, as in temperature. We don't want to record the temperature. We are recording an animation. So we are going to click this file button, and then go to a file in which you hold animations and stuff. So for me, I have this folder right here that is very organized, and I am going to make a new file, and I'm going to call it Jerry. You need to name your files very important names, or else it won't be good. So I'm going to name the image sequence that I am about to render Jerry. So now the temperature should change into the stuff. So we're going to go up here and click renderer, and then we're going to click render animation. So since we're rendering it in cycles, it is going to take a long time, but it is going to look very beautiful at the end of the day, as the kids say. So I will be back once it is fresh out of the oven. Once your animation is done cooking, you're gonna close this window, and what you're gonna do is go to file and go to new, and then go to video editing. Don't save it. It's not important. Your work is not important. So what you're gonna have to do in this scenario is click add, and what you're gonna want to do is click image sequence. Once you're at your image sequence, you're gonna want to go to your file, which is guy, and then you're gonna select all of your PNGs one by one, because you need all of these PNGs in order to show your render animation. Once you selected all the pictures, you're going to click this add image strip, and then as you can see, the animation plays. But oh no, what is this? I wanted an animation. I didn't want to go to checkers, sponsored, Not actually. I'm sorry. We do jokes around here. I just had some checkers, so I was a little hungry because I was rendering it in cycles. So what you're gonna want to do is go to frame range, which will be on the top right. This is how many frames are in here. We only have 20 frames, and you can tell what is your animation and what isn't, because this one has a solid background and this one has a floorboard tile background. We do not want that because that is a waste of my time. So what we're gonna do is change this to be as long as the animation, which in this example is 20. And then in order to make your animation way cooler, I'm gonna add bump up the FPS, because more frames on your frame rate means that it's better. So now that we have all that settled, we're just gonna go over to the renderer. Wait. You're a smart cookie, because you remembered the temperature issue. Yeah, you're a smart person. So in order to fix this issue, we're gonna do what we did before. We're gonna click this file, which is temperature. We do not want to render in temperature. That is bad. And then we're gonna go back here. So we are going to be rendering a MP4 file. So it's only fitting that we call this file MP5. And then, oh shit, wait, oops. So we're gonna go to our MP5 file, and then we're going to name it something we can remember from the top of our head, because that is very important. So I'm gonna call this one Jeff. And as you can see, it changes from temperature to that. So then we're gonna go over to render and render animation. Wow, that was cool and fast. So then we're gonna close this, and it should be done and rendered. And once you're done with it, it should render out as a MP4 file, like so. And whenever you click play, wow, look at that smooth animation. Incredible. Congratulations, my pupil. You have outstand yourself, and I, your teacher, am very proud of you.
Congratulations.
You deserve a lot of love and kisses, but not from me, but to you. I am so proud of you for making this animation, and soon enough, you too will blossom into a very beautiful cherry bush. Thank you all for watching. I would like for you guys to subscribe to my channel, hit the like bell, like this video, and then check out animations of myself and my video game essays and video games playthroughs and so on. If you like all those, then you should subscribe to my channel.